Welcome to this brief tutorial on how to add controls to a Visual Basic 6 project. I'm going to add to this new project that's showing on the screen an ActiveX control for a date time picker. Now at the moment I'm not sure whether the OCX file or the control file is actually available to the project. So what I'll do is go up to Project, click on the menu item Project, go down to Components. Now the OCX files are usually always contained within the Control tab here, and you can see there are lots of controls that have been registered to the registry, and it states here where each one is stored. Now because this is a 64-bit machine, there's a folder called Windows Syswell 64 where, strangely enough, 32-bit files are stored. Be aware of that. The Syswell 64 folder is for 32-bit files only, whereas the normal system subfolder under Windows is for the 64-bit folders. Items. So I go through this list and I happen to know that the name of the file that contains the OCX is called Microsoft Windows System Controls, but it's not the version I want. It's not actually showing there. This one contains MS-COM-CT232. This one up here is MS-COM Control and MS-CTL32. The one I'm after is called MS-COM-CT2.OCX. So it's not showing in that listing, which means it's not registered yet. So I'll go browsing for it. I know that it happens to live on the PC that I'm using, and I'll scroll down and find the file that I'm after. Lots of files in there, and there it is, MS-COM-CT2.OCX. Now because it wasn't showing in the VB project, it means it's not registered. Selecting it via the components menu will actually automatically register it into the registry, and we don't need to do it manually. So I can click on Open, and if I go back over there, it's automatically selected it, and when I go Apply and Close, I'll look over at some additional little objects that have been added to my toolbar, and there, if I hover over it, is the date time picker, and I can select it and add it to my form. Now that's one way of adding it to, and the easy way of adding it to a VB project. But another way to do it is via the Reg Server 32 file program. So I will just close this moment and get rid of the date time picker. If I go down to Start and type in Command CMD, oops, get to spell it correctly, and select Command, go to the Command window. I want to go to that Syswell 64 folder, and first of all I'll unregister the item just to show you how to unregister it. So I'll change directory to the root folder, then I'll change to Windows, and then I'll change to my Syswell 64 folder, just so I remember what the name of the file is. If I go over dir ms com star.ocx, There it is there, the top one, mscomct2.ocx. To unregister it, you just type in reg server 32. You could probably leave the .exe off. /u for unregister, mscomct2.ocx. And we get a message saying DLL unregister server succeeded. So it's unregistered that now. I'll just close that. And we'll try just adding that to, that seems to work alright. And if I try to delete it, everything's still fine. That's because it's hanging around in memory. We may get a problem if we close down the machine and start it up again, because I don't think the registered item would remain around. So we'll unregister it via the program VB6. Selected items. It's not actually selected, so it shouldn't be registered, and I should have got an error before. Sometimes you do get errors showing up when something has accidentally been deregistered. Let's register it and put it back into that listing. CMD. Open that up. Change to the root. Change to Windows. Change to syswhale64. Let's just remember what the file was called, mscom.ocx. So it was mscomct2. Now this is how you register it using the reg server program. Reg server 32.exe. Now there's no switch to register it, so you just go mscomct2.ocx. And now this time it's succeeded in registering. Now if I go back into my program just to prove that it is registered, it will show up in the components now. Keep my fingers crossed. There it is. Errors will occur if the registration does not exist, even though the item is showing in the toolbar. So you need to go into, if you are getting errors in your program saying that the file is unregistered, even though it's showing in the toolbar, you need to go to that reg server procedure and register the item. Now it doesn't actually have to be under administrator privileges, which some people say it needs to be. Just running it as I did should fix any problems you have with OCX files that are giving errors for registration. I hope this has been of some help to you. Goodbye.